So the other day I was on TikTok and I came across this guitar player from Jacksonville, Florida, who I've never heard of before. He seems relatively unknown. He's got like 1,000 followers on Instagram. He's one of the most inspiring and unbelievable guitar players I've ever seen. I'm not exaggerating. Check this out. So that is Dylan Adams from Jacksonville, Florida. And from what I can tell, the dude is just a local gigging guitar player down in Jacksonville, playing with a really killer band doing local gigs. But he is genuinely one of the greatest slide guitar players, Southern rock, blues, gospel guitar players I have ever seen. So in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into Dylan's playing, try and figure out why he is so unbelievably good at guitar. Go follow him on Instagram. Like I said, right now, as of making this video, he's got right around 1,000 followers and he absolutely deserves more. This dude's incredible. So go follow him. And also please subscribe here. It really helps the channel out. According to my analytics, still over half of the people that watch this channel on a regular basis are not subscribed. We've got some big subscriber goals to hit this year and it really does help us out when you click that little red button and the bell right next to it. So with all that out of the way, let's take a look at another one of his amazing solos. Okay, so first of all, whoever the band is that he's playing with, you guys are killer. Like, that rhythm section is incredible. The bass player that's playing right behind him, like, the pocket is deep with this band. These guys are amazing. So there's a couple of things going on here that I really want to focus in on that I think make Dylan such a unique player. So obviously you can tell he's listened to a lot of Duane Allman, a lot of Derek Trucks, a lot of Sonny Landreth, a lot of Joey Landreth, some Ariel Posen. But he's done something that I think is incredibly difficult to do, especially in the slide guitar space, and that is to create his own sort of sound. He's really taken that, Derek Trucks super soulful vocal style of slide playing, but taken it a step further by combining the fretted playing a la Joey Landreth, for example, with it. Now, the other thing that's interesting here is he's playing in standard tuning. Typically with slide guitar, we're playing in some kind of open tuning, like open E or open D or open G. When I play slide, I'm generally in one of those tunings, but he's in standard, which I think is a really interesting choice. And it's informing a lot of his phrasing. So he's playing with a slide on his pinky, where he would be using his third finger, he's using the slide instead. Something that like Ariel Posen, Joey Landreth are doing a lot these days, where they're combining fretted playing and slide playing, and it opens you up to being able to do some really, really unique phrases that you can't pull off when you're playing just fretted or just slide. Okay, so like that opening phrase there, that's obviously very Dwayne Allman, very, very Derek Trucks. So he's starting in that sort of traditional Allman Brothers, Tedeschi Trucks space, but then he quickly takes it into his own territory. Like that lick right there. Being able to do that, but combining the slide on top of it instead of the third finger, I'm not even going to try to attempt it. It's way outside of my pay grade, but so cool. That lick right there is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It's half slide, half fretted. He's seamlessly moving between the two of them, and this really musical, interesting, descending kind of lick. It doesn't sound just like your typical slide guitar tropes. A lot of the same old, stuff that you hear played in bars all across America. It's his own thing. So here's another post he has on Instagram, which I think really illustrates his time feel in his pocket. Dude. Okay, I've been watching his stuff a lot recently over the last few weeks, and every time I see him post something, I get excited and want to go pick up my guitar and play. Somebody that is so good and they have such a unique feel and a unique sound that they're inspiring to just watch and listen to, where like I want to figure out not just his slide phrasing and his hybrid slide fretted thing, but just the phrases and stuff that he's coming up with, I think are super musical and super cool. But he does this lick here, this like sort of triple stop kind of thing. That thing where he's combining it with the slide. I think that's a cool place to start if you want to try and get this technique down, combining the slide and fretted thing, where he's doing this sort of triple stop on the top three strings. God, it's so good, man. It is so, so good. Like that lick is so cool. That's amazing. It's so good. Okay, so his intonation is so unbelievably accurate. He's like Derek Trucks in that way. Derek has this laser-like intonation, and when you watch Derek Trucks play, it's almost eerie to see, especially in person, like how his hand moves. It's almost like a machine. It's like a robot, how accurate and fast he can play, where it's almost, the sound is almost like it's fretted, but with a slide. And Dylan, with a few other exceptions, is one of the only other guitar players I've ever seen that has that Derek Trucks level of laser-like intonation and speed and accuracy. And I like what he's doing here too with this stacked fourths idea. And this is, I think, kind of a byproduct of him playing in standard tuning instead of an open tuning. Generally with like open E, for example, when you strum the open strings, you're playing a major triad. And so doing this stacked fourths thing is not something that's really possible in an open tuning, but since he's playing in standard and the guitar is tuned in fourths with the exception of the B string, he can do this really interesting kind of dissonant sort of thing. And then with the slide on the bottom 4 or 5 strings, he can do it as well. I think that's a super cool sound. And then combining it with that like E minor sort of sound. Genuinely, he is one of the best guitar players, best musicians I've come across in a long, long time. And the fact that he's still relatively unknown in terms of, you know, social media following, and I understand that that's not everything. You know, your follower count on Instagram or TikTok is not indicative of someone's talent or skill level or their validity as a musician, obviously. But I do think he deserves hundreds of thousands of followers, man. He is genuinely one of the most impressive guitar players I have seen. I'm a slide guitar player. I love playing slide. When I sit down to play guitar for fun, just for me, aside from YouTube videos or working on tracks or anything, generally I play slide. He's the level and the type of slide player that I wish I could be. That laser-like accuracy, that intonation, that speed, all with the ability to let his own voice come through and develop his own style and his own sound in this space, which is incredibly difficult to do. He's incredible, man. Genuinely, Dylan Adams is an incredible guitar player. So please go follow him. His Instagram, his TikTok, everything is linked down below. I'll try and find links to his band and everything and where they're playing out around Jacksonville. And if they're anywhere near you, please, for me, so I can live vicariously through you, go see Dylan Adams play guitar. That's gonna do it for today's video. My name is Rhett Shull. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, check out a video course in the description box down below. We have a brand new video course on the way very soon, the lead guitar course. It's in the Fretboard Fundamentals series. That, as well as my other video courses, are all linked down there. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel out when you do so. And we've got some big subscriber goals to hit this year. So I would really appreciate the support if you click that red button and the bell. My name is Rhett Shull. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, there is no plan B.